This is the Kreg jig, and what it does is it makes, they're called pocket holes, and then you put screws in them. It's in order to join two pieces of wood together. So this machine drills these two holes, and then the screws go in to join this together so that it stays tight. So you can or cannot use glue. It's your choice. So the way this machine works is it's nothing more than a drill. So here is the drill bit that can drill those holes. This collar will be moved up to set the depth, how deep you want it, and then I'll show you how to do it by hand in a little bit. But inside here is a small drill with a drill bit, and the collar is set, and when I pull the handle, the clamp comes down to clamp onto the wood. It holds it in place, and at the same time this drill bit comes up and drills. So I'll go ahead and pull that so you can see it. You can set this for different thicknesses for different boards. But I'll go ahead and now put this back on, and I will drill. It drills the holes on the bottom, so you have to make sure that you put it where you want, so you make marks on the top of the wood in order to line it up. Place it all the way to the back, hold on to it, and then pull this down slowly. It is drilling, so don't pull fast, because then you're crushing the wood. You need to give it time to drill. And there's the one I just drilled. You have to set the thickness so that it drills in deep enough that the screw will go through, but not so much that there's not enough wood here to grab or it'll break out. You have to use special screws that are called panhead screws. Notice they're flat on the bottom. Decking screws are angled at a triangle. This is designed to actually go through the wood, push the wood out of the way. Here you don't want the wood to push out of the way. You want, when this goes in and hits there, you want it to stop. So if you try to use this screw, it would break this wood right out. Handheld versions are very similar. This one's just convenient because you can set it and keep going. But here we have a small one. This will drill one hole. You clamp it onto the piece of wood where you want it to drill the hole, and it comes with a special clamp. Where you line it up on here will change how far it goes in. I like to start lining it up even on the end of the piece of wood, and then if you need it to be a little bit deeper, you just move it a tiny bit. Always use test pieces first. Don't ever use your actual piece in case it's set in the wrong spot. So you clamp this on here, and then you run the drill bit in right here to drill the hole. So hold that down. Notice it takes longer than that because you don't have the leverage of the machine, and you have to give it time to drill. There's our pocket hole. The next one is a little less work in between. It sits here. It's already set up as far as drilling. Instead of clamping the little tiny one on here, you put the piece of wood in here, set it for the right thickness. This you just adjust until you can pull this clamp down, and you want it to hold it snugly so it can't move. And there it is, locked in place. And then you use the exact same drill bit that's in the handheld drill. It's got this special tip on it. If that breaks off, the drill bit's trash. The collar's moved forward or back for the depth with a small Allen wrench. But once you get this set, it's pretty good. These aren't cheap, they're 17 bucks a piece. But then you can drill. Notice it's a little faster than the handheld one because I'm pushing down. You gotta let the sawdust come out. You can do two of them next to each other. You could space them out. This is set up nicely to make it easier for you to join stuff together. It's great for picture frames, things like that. There's different length screw. You have to pick the screw that's the right length for the job based on how thick your piece of wood is. And then when you put the screws in, you have to use a very long drill bit. That way you can have a shallow angle. The drill bit lays down inside of here. And we'll just put this next to it to join it together. And then you simply screw this in until the screw stops. They have shorter drill bits. This is a number 2 square, like this one. You can't use these because when you try to put this in the drill, it holds the screw up and it doesn't go at the right angle. It needs to lay down into that track. And when it hits the bottom, it stops and it screws these together nicely.